like looked at them during prayer and I'm like, is that just something you're regurgitating because you heard somebody else pray that exact same line? And it's interesting when you think about like natural language processing and prayer, because this is like if people are not speaking it out loud, like a mental kind of phenomena. Now, what's interesting is just how frequently people who are new to the faith, their prayer is just regurgitating what they hear other people say. And that blood of Jesus one is one of the most regurgitated lines during prayer. And it's like, yeah, are people really have their heart and mind and soul immersed in prayer when they're just regurgitating one and copying one another? So yeah, kudos with the blood of Jesus quote. But anyways, academia. A lot of people who thrive in academia just regurgitate information. They just do the same thing, repeat and copy and memorize. What Io does is actually much more profound. It's actually like he's able to make abstractions that from his knowledge base that other people that might have PhDs or postdocs just can't do. And I think that comes from like probably a combination between like, and I'll incorporate the spiritual here, but I would say possibly a combination between like physical and mental. So we all have our own neural networks, and our neural networks are able to process our sensory information and our thoughts and our reasoning and all that other stuff. So like I would say that some people have strengthened their neural networks up to a point where IO has. But also anyways, I love that I was in academia, and more people like IO should be in academia. People who are able to make real abstractions from the knowledge of
as
that
we
they've
found,
accumulated, not just regurgitate and copy like so many academics.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's if you're a cop, normal.
What do you steal
That's
from
if
me?
you're a cop, normal.
But
That's if you're a cop, normal. That's
what if
if
somebody
you're a
accidentally
cop,
delivered
normal.
something to your
Normal.
Not be
your
emotional.
doorstep?
Another
You get an
request
Amazon
for when
delivery.
my
He's cut me
dog.
off. He's cut
You
me
get an
off.
Amazon delivery
Oh,
by
You ain't recognizing that he's
you
cut me
liable to
off,
shoot at
Go-Go?
the driver. Yeah.
Go-Go dancer?
Bro, you
You ain't
sure
recognize that he cut me off, Go-Go dancer?
Don't,
Yeah, you can get some too.
don't let your
Get some of this
14-year-old
coke, cowboy.
Now you're
Yeah, I know. I'm fighting the wild vermin right now.
And carry
We've
illegal
entered into
firearms.
Oregon Trail. All I'm saying is, have water better than beer. You know what I'm saying?
Where did you grow?
So it's all good.
Maybe you don't remember.
In the real society.
Did they
So
drop
we're
you on
in
your
So can you make
somebody.
your point and then
And
maybe
I'm
go on
trying
to
to.
reply
I'm
after?
trying to. I'm trying to.
No, just let him finish.
You don't recognize that the Jew let me on?
You don't really have a point.
I know, I do have a
Oh,
point.
it must be the
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Must be hard for you to understand
Okay.
Anything
Well,
outside
I'm
of
good
Hebrew.
at English.
And that's
but I don't
good.
It's
think
not
you-
Jew
Look, all I'm saying
privilege,
is,
it's norm
Yeah.
privilege.
This is not the Hammurabi codes.
Right.
Excuse me, Monica.
That's right. It's U.S. law.
Yeah, look.
It's U.S.
All I'm
law.
saying is, if
Right.
somebody, no,
If somebody robs you
No,
and has
and-
an illegal
no.
gun, they're going to get their ass
if he
shot
was robbing
all day
him,
long. Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
It's called retail theft. It's
Yeah.
not robbing because
Yeah.
he did not brandish the weapon to take their for said item.
Until
So
he
it
got
isn't
rid-
robbing,
And
it's
then he
retail
brandished,
theft.
and then he got
Nope.
shot.
It's a whole different crime.
Yes.
I
But
understand.
that's not up
Just
to you.
relax, sir. Just relax.
The
You
crime
too,
is
go-go
that I
dancer.
went to the store with
Just
an
let me
illegal firearm.
finish.
I don't give a
Robbed
shit
it.
about
Y'all making this longer.
Yeah.
Y'all
All right.
making it longer.
Eventually you'll get
Y'all
it down.
making it longer.
That's
I
right.
can go all night.
Don't come into
I
my store and rob
can
me.
go all night.
Don't
I
rob me
can
with
go
your
all
illegal
night.
gun. You
I
agree?
can go all night.
Do you agree?
I
Don't
can
come
go
into my
all
store.
night.
Don't come into my
I
store
can
and
just
rob
stop,
me
Norm.
with your illegal
Just
gun.
stop,
Do we
Norm.
agree? Do we agree?
Just stop, Norm.
We don't agree?
We don't
You want to
agree.
rob me with your illegal firearm? at
No,
18 years old?
no, because
Don't?
if
Okay,
he
so
did
we're-
not pitch,
then
he
we're
did
on
not
the same
therefore
page.
say brandish.
Yeah.
He did not say brandish
Well, he did brandish.
weapon
That's when
in
the cop
order
said
to
he's got a gun.
take said item.
When the kid said
Right.
he's got a gun, that's
So
when he brandished.
that changes.
That's when he
Hey,
lost his
hey,
life.
normal. Do you
Yeah.
know that
Clarifying
changes
question
That's-
is,
the
that's when he lost his
definition
life.
what was the weapon
of
brandish?
what?
Normal.
When the on the
What said
Was it
crime
brandish
is?
during the pursuit.
It's retail theft.
Okay, so it wasn't
Okay, so the
brandished in
pursuit
store
was
when
not
he
supposed
stole.
to happen,
No, I don't
normal.
think so.
No,
Okay.
this ain't the Wild Wild
Okay,
West
no,
days,
just
normal.
so you know,
No.
That's my
This is
point.
full-
Normal.
this is
You think that you
2022.
should be able to
You do know
pursue
that
somebody
chasing
for
down-
retail theft? Because
Right.
I can show you 10 articles
The
of
problem is
people
not the
getting
pursuit.
shot.
The problem is
Actually, we done had somebody get killed at Walgreens
The problem is not the
CVS
pursuit.
for
The problem
pursuing,
is stealing with
for
an illegal firearm.
pursuing,
Yeah.
for pursuing
Yeah.
somebody that committed what? Retail theft.
Right.
Retail theft.
Unfortunately, the kid was a
Retail
thief with a
theft.
gun.
I wasn't done.
Yeah, I know.
Retail
Well,
theft.
for me, because you were
Retail theft.
You've been done.
Retail
You
theft.
can try to justify retail theft all
Retail
you want,
theft
but you could get
is
shot.
no
The problem
reason
is,
to
Yes, but
pursue or
why not?
take someone's
why
life.
not? Wait a second. Why did
Again.
you do them?
Retail theft
If somebody stole from you,
is,
you're not pursuing
it doesn't matter if I'm in a store, which
Yeah.
I've owned a store before. You know
Yeah.
I've owned a store before.
You know, there's a
Guess
reason
what?
why you don't own it.
I've had
insurance.
insurance.
Because you
Yeah, I
couldn't
know.
manage it.
I know.
You couldn't manage
I
your
know.
store. You can't
No,
manage
owned
your
it.
business.
Owned it.
So these Asian
Owned
guys,
it.
they're sick of being robbed.
Owned it.
Get it? Yeah.
There's business insurance that you get for that.
Yeah, that, you
Normal?
know, that doesn't justify
You
theft.
know that?
That doesn't justify
You know that?
theft. They're
But
sick
we
of
have
being
these
robbed.
immigrants
Yes. Yes.
that come
They are.
over here
Are you
and
racist
dig
as well?
through tunnels.
Are you in
They
the
come
Ku
by
Klux Klan?
boats.
Yeah.
They come by
Yeah,
train.
how did you get here, by the way?
him in a ship.
No.
Want to bet?
No, you ain't got no
Me,
fucking
myself?
$10,000.
Let's bet.
I do.
Let's bet.
My checking.
Let's
You
bet.
ain't got no fucking
Dig into your
$10,000.
piggy bank. I'll destroy you.
Yeah.
Dig into your piggy bank.
Was that a yes?
Dig into your piggy
Was
bank.
that a yes?
Because all you're going to do is pull up somebody else's history,
Are you gonna
and I'm going to pull you on mine.
Are
You're
you
going to
gonna
lose.
take the bet?
Save your coins.
Are you
Save your coins. I don't need
Or
them.
are you afraid?
Save your coins. I don't need them.
Mr. Picard.
Save your coins. I don't need them.
So in other words,
I
you
don't
want to
need
take the
them.
bet. Are you afraid?
I just don't need them.
What drives you?
You're going to lose. You automatically lose.
Oh,
Because
really?
me as a
If I'm
person,
gonna lose, then
yeah, I
why
don't
don't you tell us the
exist
truth?
in the day
Why don't you-
when
why don't you
ships
win?
are fucking bringing people over,
Why
unless
don't
you're
you
talking
win in
about
front of
right now,
everybody?
it's like the Chinese crates and
Take your
shit.
win.
Yeah, I know. No,
Take
this
your
is
win.
an easy
Take
dub.
your nice win.
This
Take
too
your win.
easy.
What drive? Take your win.
Yeah. Anyway, look out.
What
Look
tribe?
at the Booyah tribe. I'm busting your bubble.
So wait.
Anyway, look, I'm talking about the Booyah
You're
tribe.
mocking
The
yourself?
Booyah tribe,
You're
motherfucker.
mocking yourself?
Right now, from the Booyah. I'm busting your fucking bubble. Yeah. No, look out.
So let's move on.
That's beside the point.
Let's move on.
You're making another argument.
We was having
Don't
a
go robbing.
Yeah, I know. I know. He can't prove he's from his tribe. Why I gotta
Get
prove
those
I'm from
niggas
mine?
some solid points, and then you start
Yeah,
to
exactly.
and derail
Say
the
this again?
conversations. Can we get back to the subject?
Yeah, let's get back to the subject.
Please
do that. I'm saying is just the land. Retail theft
They're interested in the
and
conversation.
it's categorized different than armed robbery. Thank you. Have a good
That
night.
wasn't the discussion.
Have a good night. Have a good night. Don't try to tongue twist me.
The
Have a good
discussion
night.
was who pulled out the gun first. That's all that matters. The person that pulls out the gun first is the one that started the use of deadly, and the person that
There was no gun though. There was no gun though.
Was that? There wasn't. That's the problem.
Yeah, they night.
The 14-year-old illegal
They found a gun, but they have to show that he brandished the weapon.
He never
He
pulled it.
never pulled it. We're talking about in store. He never pulled it. It's done. Okay. If he pulled it and robbed it, show the evidence. You have the clip. No. Let's just deal with the bullshit because the facts are out. The trial is over. I want you to show the clip of him in store, pulling the gun out and robbing the store. That's what robbery is. If you can't do that,
Yes. You don't understand the story, like
No, I get it. I've been following this. I've been following this.
You can't follow it.
Yes, I can. You can't follow me.
In the store.
You can't follow me?
I am following you. It
No,
doesn't
you're not
have to do with
following
what
me.
happened in the store.
So describe the difference between retail theft and armed robbery.
It doesn't have to do with that. What has to do with is the use of deadly force and self-defense. So who gets charged with the illegal gun and who gets the defense of self-defense? And there are 5 elements for self-defense in the state where they are. And one of them is if you have a reasonable expectation that deadly force will be used on you. So when that kid pulled his gun and the Asian son of the Asian store owner said he's got a gun, then the Asian store owner has a reasonable expectation that his life is in danger and he gets to use deadly force.
Or his son's life in danger.
Say it again?
Yeah, the store owner had a reasonable expectation that his son's life was in danger.
There you go.
Yes, but you can't claim self-defense when you've created the emergency situation
The kid
where...
created the emergency.
No, you can't claim self-defense when the person is claiming self-defense. Right? If you're the aggressor, it's the original aggressor. If you're aggressing upon somebody, you're facing somebody. Yes, but, no, you keep saying that, but you do
Yes.
realize that he didn't steal anything, right?
The parent, I don't know that.
Well, I
don't know that. but
I
the
can tell you, I can tell you how we know that he didn't do that. So
Yeah,
I listened to hours and hours of this trial. Apparently, Rick is a professor of some, tech, some sort of like
you see
engineering
my
technology.
point?
The irrelevant
Okay.
details.
And so, I'm going to explain. And so is the son. So they have a highly sophisticated tech system of racial, what is it called, facial recognition software that they use inside of the store. They have over 25 cameras, 25 different angles, and they're able to very clearly get facial pictures of people to the point where facial images to identify facial features from multiple angles, from over 25 different angles, that they can upload it into a system, and they have an entire system behind the counter, and you can see this, it shows during the trial, they show it. It's an entire dedicated program where the only thing that it does is recognize facial features for people that are coming in.
What does this have to do with this discussion?
Well, okay, so my point is it was so clear that not only can they use that, my point was to express the power of the high power the high power of the technology. I'm explaining the high power technology that they use of the different angles, that they verified that he did not take anything. He took out 4 water bottles from multiple angles. He took out 4 water bottles, and then he put all 4 water bottles back.
So why did they pursue? Or you don't know?
Because, well, at the time, they weren't looking at the cameras.
So they didn't use the technology that you were saying
right.
that the kid didn't steal anything.
No, that's true. Hold on,
so
yes, so this is post-factum.
That's an exoneration.
They absolutely believed. Hold on, can I explain? They absolutely believed at the time that he stole. They weren't using the software, okay, right?
Okay.
So at
what
the
does
time,
it have to do with anything?
so I'm explaining. So at the time,
You're not really explaining. You're bringing up irrelevant
El
details.
Normal. I'm explaining the situation when clearly you don't have this information. You don't have this information. No, false. He did not have anything, and all of the angles, over 25 angles, prove that he did not steal anything.
Bima,
why did he take the water bottles and put them
It's
back?
not relevant, Bima. By your own admission, they didn't see anything on the cameras for them to be like, hey, we're using the
The
camera.
only reason that it's relevant is because that then gives the you then have an understanding of what they have the power to do. If they're not certain
Which they
with
didn't
100%,
use, so it's irrelevant.
so they only had suspicion. They had suspicion. That he had stolen. When he had gone to the front, right? So he walked in the store. The wife immediately approached him and said, "Put your book bag down." He takes the book bag off, leaves the book bag up front. He goes in the back, opens it up. He's
Why do you
looking
think
around.
they put the book bag down? Why do you think they did that?
Well, we all know El Normal.
Because
So
they got robbed a lot, right?
So yes, they did get robbed.
Okay.
So I
Why did he come into the store, put the book bag down?
So they talked about how many times they had gotten robbed in a particular frame, and it didn't seem to be that much.
Why did he take the water and put it back, Bima?
Thank you.
You made her point already.
He forgot his wallet. He wanted to get a gallon of water, and he realized that because he's 14 and he doesn't have, any type of massive income, that 4 large water bottles were much more expensive than buying a gallon of water. They didn't have a gallon of water, so he wanted to go to the other store so he could buy a gallon of water versus 4 water bottles. Right. No, he knows how much a gallon of water costs. He didn't know how much 4 water bottles would cost.
How much does it cost?
$3.19 for a gallon of water.
And he didn't
versus
have
versus 4 water bottles at $2.86, right? So it was.
So how much did he have on him? How much money did he have?
Exactly $5. He had $5 on him.
So he could pay for the water then, right?
No, he could pay for a gallon of water.
How much
He
does
could pay for a gallon of water, but he couldn't pay. But he thought that 4 water bottles maybe was $1.15. Right, and he realized, when he was looking, he realized that it was a lot more. So he wanted to get the gallon of water.
How much did the gun cost, Bima?
So,
the gun that he was carrying.
well, I mean, if self-defense, does self-defense matter? It was given to him.
You mean
He
inherently
inherited self-defense. He inherited self-defense. That's right.
But that's not true, Bima.
People care about
So
self-defense.
he was
That's
poor,
not
but he got
All right, so
$1,000 for
let's
an
get,
illegal.
all right.
Inheritance
Shut up
in
and yapping
Texas, that's not illegal.
so I can
We're
get
not
back
even
to
talking about
the
Texas, we're
facts.
talking about South Carolina.
Yes, thank you, please.
But I mean, but proportionality still is a requirement, like for self-defense in South Carolina. So like him having a gun versus somebody that's not armed, like obviously, like he doesn't have that, right?
Is it in South Carolina or Texas?
South Carolina.
Okay.
Okay.
So he had gone, he put the 4 water bottles back. He took 4 out, put 4 back. He walked to the front. He grabbed his book bag. Alice, the wife, said, "Hey, what do you got in your pocket?" He said, "I don't have anything in my pocket." She goes, "Yeah, you do. What do you got in your pockets?" He took his pockets and he shook them.
Maybe it was the gun.
He says, "I don't have," exactly. He says, I don't have anything in my pockets."
So you brought an illegal gun into the store. That's a crime right there, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, people, it's a crime because a bunch of people, it's a supposed, right, it's an against the norm because a group of people decided.
Against the norm or
right,
against
right,
the law?
a more, it's a
Against
norm,
the
a
law,
moral norm.
not a more, it's a
Well,
law.
that's what the law is. It's when a group of people come together and decide, hey, this is what we're going to allow other people in our community to do, right? And we're going to make a consequence when people
So
don't follow that. So that doesn't necessarily mean that that's moral or not moral. It just means that it's illegal. Hold on. So it just means that it's illegal. It doesn't mean that it's not moral to not be able to have the ability to
Judged by the justice system, morality doesn't enter into the equation.
So
What matters is
all
the
laws are based on moral behavior. The reason that we have laws.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying the process
we shape
will not
behavior because we decided what is good and bad. So he has an
I'm
ability.
saying that
So
will not
even though it's
exist in
against
the
the
legal
law,
process.
against it's what a group of people said that you can't do, right? It's against the law, but it doesn't make it moral. You still have the right to self-defense no matter how old you are. And right, but he didn't commit any. He didn't hurt another person or person's property.
But he walked into the store.
But he didn't harm. But hold on, he did. But that's not harming anybody. A lot of people walk
you
into.
think you should
Well, guess what? Rick has a firearm on him. He had a .45 caliber, right? So okay. So why did Rick defend himself? But this young man doesn't have the ability to defend himself in a neighborhood which we have said. Well, you mentioned it. All those people that are committing crimes.
What
He's
people?
up against, and all the people that are going into the store. You said, how many times does he get robbed?
Yeah.
How many times does he get robbed? So obviously they're in a bad neighborhood, right, Norm? So if they're in a bad neighborhood, would that young boy have to? Would that? So hold on. So do you think? So again, you're still talking about law versus morality. Yeah, but law and morality are two different things. You always have that kid is dead because he had agency, and he knew that he wasn't, because he had a better idea to not shoot. He knew that it wasn't a good idea to shoot. He was still
shouldn't have
playing
pulled
his
the gun
life.
out.
But no, do you know
It
what he
cost
should
him
have
his
done?
life.
He should have pulled out the gun and he should have fucking popped Rick right in the fucking face. That's what he should have done. And then he would be alive.
Okay,
No, because it's self-defense. It's self-defense. Just like all the Palestinians should go over there and pop every IDF. Every fucking IDF, they should all get popped right in the fucking face. Every single one of them that have gone over and have harmed Palestinians, they all need to be knocked right in the eyes. Taken the fuck out. Aggression, principle, self-defense. I'm passionate about self-defense. I'm passionate about self-defense. I'm passionate about self-defense. Don't harm people. Don't initiate aggression upon peaceful people, and no harm will come upon you. It's a very simple principle. But you keep equating to legality as though it's moral, but you'll
I never said it was moral.
deflect. Hold on, well, then why are we talking about it? Does he have the right to defend himself? El Normo, does that 14-year-old boy have the right to self-defense? Does that 14-year-old boy have the right to self-defense? Did that 14-year-old boy, who did he hurt, El Normo? Who did he hurt? Who did he hurt, El Normo? He didn't hurt anybody, but somebody hurt him. Okay, so a law-abiding citizen, someone who had a lethal ability, may actually murdered, and he wasn't the one. So the criminal ended up being the one that was murdered, and you're justifying the criminal. The man who actually had a murder weapon and actually used it. Okay, so he was supposedly legal, right? But listen to what you're supporting. You're supporting a man who had a 45 caliber legally, and he went and he supposedly murdered the criminal. Okay, and the criminal did not harm him. Didn't harm him. So what are you really supporting, El Normo? What are you fucking
I'm not supporting the law, Bima, which you
No, you are
when you
supporting the law. That's exactly what you're supporting. You're supporting this man to come over and murder this other kid, chase him 130 yards off his private property, and he has. Listen, I'm not a savage. Do you know what savage is? People that defend genocide. They're savages. People that go and harm others. Those are savages. People who oppress other people.
And you know very well does
you
any
are
get
committing,
killed?
you commit genocide
Yes.
and you refuse
No, I haven't committed
to
any
admit,
genocide,
yes you are.
Dima.
You're
When you
complicit
lose
in it.
the argument,
You're
you throw
complicit in
around
it.
words
You're
that you don't
complicit
know.
in it. You're
No,
complicit
no,
in it.
you are,
And you go
Dima.
back to this definition,
You
but you know
are
what I did? If
responsible
you
for the
click
death
my
of those
link, if
Palestinians,
you
Dima.
click my link and
Dima,
you go to my
you have
bio,
a dark
I have an
heart.
expert, a wonderful,
You
I
have
have a
a criminal,
wonderful
savage heart, Dima.
documents that
And it didn't
explain
take- it
UN,
took a
the
while.
actual
It
full
took a while
official
for
definition
your
of the
savagery to come
explanation of
out.
what genocide is.
Barbaric.
And you are, and that's why Trump said and
Barbaric.
admitted that
Dima,
Netanyahu was crazy.
Dima, you're
That's
a
why Trump
barbarian
admitted
with a
that
dark
everybody
heart.
hates
And
Israel
I've
because of
exposed
Netanyahu.
you.
And this is the man
Only
that
you,
you're supporting.
Bima. Only
Netanyahu,
racists like you.
Netanyahu
Only
is crazy.
racist,
Trump admitted it.
genocidal
He
people.
said you're
And you know what?
fucking crazy.
You should know better.
Everybody
Because your
hates you
people
now
have suffered.
because you're immoral,
Apparently,
because you're a
you've learned
genocide,
nothing
fucking
from your suffering.
dictating,
You have
murderous,
shamed your
rampage
people,
tyrant.
You
And
are a
and
shame
shame
to
will
your
fall
people,
upon you.
Bima.
Yeah, exactly.
You're an
So what do you
embarrassment
think about
and a
so what do you
shame to
think?
your people.
What do you think
And
about?
thanks
But
to
what
you,
by claiming
it's
self-defense?
because of you
By
that
claiming
Palestinians
self-defense?
get killed.
El
That dead boy in South
you're the
Carolina,
one who's defending
dead
tens
because
of
of your
thousands of
stupidity.
murder of children.
he's
You're
dead
the one
because
who
of
defends
your
it.
lack of morals
You're the one who
and
defends it,
your
not me.
stupidity.
You're
is
the one
why
who
people
defends
get
it, El Normo.
killed.
I don't defend death.
Your lack
And
of
in this case,
morality
I'm not defending
and
death.
your
In this case,
stupidity
you're again
is
defending
what got
death.
these people
Why is it
killed.
that every time
And
we
as
come to
long
these
as you
scenarios,
keep
El
with
Normo
your
is constantly
stupidity,
taking the side
you're going
of
to
the person
keep
who is
getting
just
people
murdering
killed.
people?
I blame
You're
his death on
constantly
your
in the
racism,
defense
Bima.
of people who is
I
aggressive and
blame
murdering
his death on
El
your
Normo.
racism.
Have you noticed
and
that?
your
Have
ignorance.
you noticed that you're
And it's a
constantly taking
tragedy
the
because you
position
should
of
know
people who
better.
are murdering
Because
other
you went
people?
to college
At
and
what
you should
point
know
are
better.
you going to wake up and
should know
realize
better,
that you're
Bima.
the aggressor?
You should
At
wake
what
up.
point are you going to
Stop.
understand that you're the problem?
Stop
El
defending
Normo, every
savagery.
time we have these scenarios,
Stop
you're
being
the one who's
savage,
defending the
Bima.
murders.
Stop
We're not
defending
defending
the
murders.
criminals, Bima.
You're defending the murderers.
Stop
You're
defending
defending
the criminals,
murderers.
Bima.
You're
Because
defending
the more you defend
murderers.
them, the
You
more they're
defend
gonna keep
murder.
getting
Wait,
killed.
You say that it's legal
Have
and
they
it's
been
lawful.
charged with murder or have they been charged with manslaughter?
I don't know. You're
Charged
talking.
with
We're talking
murder.
about the South Carolina.
He was charged with murder.
Second degree, first degree?
I guess in South Carolina
He
it's
was a
only
shop
murder.
owner.
I
A
don't
kid
think
with
that there
an
was
illegal
a...
gun came into his store. He pursued him, and the kid pulled out the gun, and the guy shot him.
Yeah, because he was claiming self-defense. At what point, El Normo, did that
Where was the self-defense?
14-year-old... Let me
What
ask
was he
you.
defending
Well,
against?
let me ask you.
What was he defending against?
Two men, one with a gun was chasing him.
Did he know the boy?
So
the
let me-
guy had a gun?
So,
How would he know the guy had a
Andy
gun?
said it. Andy said it. Andy said.
Andy
There was a case
Andy
like
said,
this
I
down
know.
where I
He
live
pulled
where
out
there
a
was
gun when my dad pulled his. He pulled out a gun when my dad
That's
pulled
not
his.
the story,
No,
Bima.
El Normo, that is
That's not the
direct
story,
from
Bima.
Andy. That is the exact quote
Bima,
from him.
that's not
That-
the story.
it's not the
You
story
better go
that
look at the
you-
testimony.
That's not the story
You
that
need
you.
to go look
That's
at the
not the story that
testimony,
you
Bima,
want to
because
accept. It's not my truth. That's not a
lying
lie.
gets people killed, Bima.
That is a direct quote. That is a
Lying
direct
gets
quote that
people killed,
anybody.
Bima.
Here, do you want me to play it? I'm gonna
Because
play it
they're
with Andy's
dead.
voice. Let me go
They're
grab
dead.
it. Let me go play it. Let
Their
me go
death
grab it,
is
and I'll
on
play it over
your
here so we
hands,
can hear
Bima.
Andy's voice
Your
saying,
stupidity
I quote, he
savagery
pulled out a
and
gun
lack
when my
of
dad
morality
pulled out his.
is
Hold
why
on.
people are
Okay,
dying.
all right, well, okay, we'll see,
Yeah.
El Normo.
And a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
go get
people
that
in your
quote.
community
I'm
get
gonna
killed,
get that
Bima,
quote, El Normo, and I'm
because
about
of
to play it,
stupidity
and we're
like
gonna
yours.
listen to it. We're gonna
Yeah.
listen to it,
You're
honey.
not going to talk
And so then what are you gonna say? What are you
that
gonna
kid's death. That kid's death is on your hands,
what are
Bima,
you
and you
gonna
have a
say?
dark
What
heart.
are you gonna say when I
You
play?
have a dark,
El Normo, what are you
savage,
gonna say when I
murderous,
play it?
barbaric heart, Bima.
Let me get this
And it's
out.
not going to work.
All right.
not gonna work in this society.
All right, deflect.
You're not going to
Deflect all
talk
you
your way
want.
out of this lack of
Deflect
morality.
all you want.
Sorry,
I'm
Bima.
gonna get the clip. I'm gonna get
True.
the clip and we're gonna
It's
play
true.
it.
You justify genocide, and you justify racism, and you call it justice, and it won't fly.
I'm gonna get the clip.
Sorry.
And we're gonna hear
Sorry,
Andy
not sorry.
himself, the son who was there saying,
Sorry, not sorry.
when my dad pulled
Bima,
his.
you're not going to talk your way out of this. Just repeating yourself is not going to exonerate you. They said you're being exposed for a lack of morality and lawlessness. And lawlessness gets people killed. We're a nation of laws. If you don't obey them, you're going to be held accountable. accountable. You're going to pay the price. And this is what happens. And if you don't like it, you can advocate changing the law. But if you go and flaunt the law and you bring illegal guns into a store and you rob a guy who's trying to make a living over and over and over again, and he's had enough, and he finally says, okay, I'm not going to take it anymore, and pursues the thief, then the person who's been robbing him gets what's coming to him.
And that is your problem. You have more
That's not a problem. That's a solution. It's called a solution to lawlessness. It's a solution to lawlessness.
His young life was taken and you're justifying it.
Because of his bad decisions.
You enjoy
His parents should have raised him better.
Whatever reason.
You said he was a poor kid carrying $1,000 pistol around and can't afford a $3 bottle of water.
Get rid of them. They're the problem. That's exactly what your mentality is. Same with the Palestinians. We already know it, El Normo.
My mentality with the Palestinians is if they threaten Israel, they are going to be held accountable. Just like that little boy with his illegal firearm.
No crime. He committed no crime.
He did. He went into that store with an illegal firearm. It's against the law. It's a felony, Bima. It's a felony, Bima.
No person or person's property.
I'm sorry, you broke the law, Bima. Next time, don't break the law.
There was no victim.
Here's a pro tip.
No victim.
It doesn't matter if there was a victim.
Oh, no.
Here's a pro tip.
Okay.
Don't break the law and you won't get into this problem.
That's your mentality.
Don't rob people and you won't get into this problem. And you think it's okay to rob people at some point, apparently.
No harm being
Good
done.
job.
That's it. Harm.
Wait, with the harm is when you break the law, Bima.
Wait, did he brandish the gun to get the goods?
No, he brandished the gun when he was being pursued by the store owner.
Okay, so there was a case very similar to this in Texas. Somebody stole a guy's TV, and the guy had the right to defend and shoot the guy in his home, but he pursued the guy and shot him in the back. And the state is as quaint with its laws as we are. That guy's now in Huntsville because he pursued and shot the guy. So I don't know what South Carolina's law has to say about that. But I imagine my very conservative state, very stand your ground loving state, would hold somebody accountable for that. South Carolina might be, I don't know, slightly more litigious.
I don't see how shooting someone in the back could be self-defense. I don't see how that could be a case. But I guess it is legal.
No. It happened, and the guy who claimed self-defense for shooting him in the back is now in prison.
Yeah,
right?
No,
because you didn't have the right to pursue.
Yeah, I know it's happened. I know people can shoot people in the back, but I just don't see how that could be something that's like just. I don't understand.
In most states, it's not. As I said, in Texas, as liberal as we are with our self-defense laws, that behavior is illegal and lands you in a state jail felony up in our big prison in Huntsville.
The store owner testified that the kid pointed a gun at his unarmed son. Case closed. The jury heard the evidence and they rendered their verdict. I recommend that you appeal if you disagree, Bima. I'm sorry that the facts disagree with your made-up story. Your perverse, immoral, defend the criminal story, defend the barbarian who goes.
If the jury already rendered its verdict, then what's up with the discussion?
No, it's just like post, right? And I think what's important here is that I was hoping that Bima could kind of look at what the jury's saying with the father's vantage point and it being different from the son's vantage point, right? So if you're able to look at it through that type of a lens, you can make a case on why the jury came down with the verdict that it did. You know, but if the father wasn't there and it was a 1v1, maybe Bima has a better case, right?
I mean, I'm shocked that anybody would have such a lack of morality to defend a kid with an illegal firearm who pulls a gun on a guy in a convenience store, or a guy from the convenience store who's pursuing him because the guy's been robbed so many times. I mean, how many times are you going to rob this guy's convenience store? And then we heard in this room, on this stage, well, he's got insurance. He can take... Really? That's your answer? Go rob people and tell them to take it off their insurance? I mean, that level of lawlessness is not sustainable in a society. And I suspect that people are not going to take it anymore. Stop robbing stores. Stop carrying illegal weapons. something or something if you feel that threatened. Yeah, this is insane. Well, then you want to bring up a topic you know nothing about, the Palestinians, and try to work that in there. That's real madness. But you know what? We're having a clash of civilizations here between people who think that we should defend the rule of law and people who think that the law is whatever they want to make up, whatever story they want to make up. They don't care what the law is because I don't know what, because oppression, because some history that they don't know. Okay, try that. Try that story and see if it flies.
Damn, Normo. There you go. Them all the way.
There you go.
Unbelievable, Normo.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
that's right. Isn't it?
Wow.
They know, they've seen me do it before. Don't mess with me if you don't want to get the El Normo treatment.
Samoan, you stood by and you let them do this to the room? What's going on?
Brother, I could have sworn you were the one that said, Samoa, let them go. Let it happen. Wasn't that you?
That's what we call an instigator, Puff. Yeah, that's what they call an instigator, Puff.
Right, Puff. Look at him. The one that has the gas on his gloves. So you got the gas on his
shit.
I was never there.
Yeah. It wasn't me, right? What are you talking about? It wasn't me.
What is exactly what you guys are talking about?
And she called me taking care of her on the
What
bathroom.
are you talking about?
It wasn't me.
Guys, let her finish. Let her finish, guys.
It wasn't
Guys,
me.
let her
All right.
If they both didn't,
There you go.
if they both didn't 10 toes down, they both obviously know more about the case than everyone else knows. So why not let them hash it out? Like they both obviously
Well,
look
let's read the story of the case. It's on CNN.
So I see that you pulled a
The
pistol
problem there
on us,
is that
and
that's
I
the
see
assumption
that
that
you
you're
pulled
making. And like, for example, where the gun was found, like in proximity to his body, does not say he never drew the gun.
Okay, so let's listen to Andy tell 911 operator, he pulled out a gun when my dad pulled
Okay, he
his.
misspoke. There you go. Now what?
Oh, he misspoke.
don't
when
do
he
that.
had,
No,
right, he
don't
misspoke.
do
Now
that.
what?
When his memory is absolutely fresh and he has no time to corroborate what happened to tell, he know what happened.
Oleg,
He
Oleg,
told
you
the
there, bro?
truth. That's what happened. He told the
Hey,
truth
Oleg, what do you-
immediately after what happened.
just hold on real quick, Bima. There is something called like in the law, like it's something like utterance or something like that can be stricken because of like it being like this high adrenaline rush or whatever this. I forget what it was called.
Emotionally fraught situation.
Yeah, like.
Okay, all right. Well, let's just hear him say it because El Normo says that this happened. So.
Oh, this is crazy.
I'm not doing a very good job.
You have to listen.
I can't hear that.
If I were you, I would not go into the law as a profession. You're not doing very well
If
right
you're
now.
talking, you can't hear it.
No, the sound is
If you're
bad.
quiet, you
It's
can make
bad.
out.
Bad audio. We weren't
It's
talking.
bad.
Don't lie, Bima.
No, it's well, you gotta remember, I'm playing a court audio that's playing the audio of the 911 call in the court. So you just have to listen. So just
Not
No,
doing a good job.
we were listening. We can't hear it. It's bad. It is bad.
See right there?
Okay, this is useful.
That was very clear. He pulled out a
No,
gun
it
when my
wasn't.
dad. Listen, it's 10 seconds. It's 10 seconds. Just give me 10 seconds of quiet. Just hear it. 10 seconds.
Oh, we came back at the same time. Oh,
It's literally only 10 seconds. It's 10 seconds. Just listen.
Okay,
10
no,
seconds.
just read the transcript.
Dominic, just listen. Just 10 seconds, please. 10 seconds. You just have to listen carefully, please.
I'm gonna listen very carefully. Okay.
He pulled out a gun when my dad pulled it.
There you go. He pulled out a gun
I
when
didn't
my
hear
dad
that.
pulled his.
That's not what I heard.
That's exactly what he says. Well, I
I think he said he
it,
pulled out his gun and my dad pulled his.
No, he said he pulled out a gun
I
when
didn't hear it that
my
way.
dad pulled his.
Not the testimony, Bima. You've lost. It's over.
Yeah,
It's over,
we
man.
all
You lost. We did not all hear it. It's
All right, I can
absolutely
play it
unclear.
again.
Go ahead, play it again.
He pulled out a gun when my dad pulled it.
He pulled out a gun when my dad.
No, you're lying. And that's when my dad pulled out his.
He pulled out a gun when my dad pulled it.
No, and
He
that's when my
he
dad.
added words. He added words for his personal comfortability.
And that's when. Play it again.
Can you play it just one more time? One more time. Turn it down a little bit, Beamer.
Let's play.
Turn it down a little bit.
I can't believe you, baby.
He pulled out a gun when my dad pulled it.
He pulled out a gun when my dad pulled his.
That's right.
And that's exactly what he said. You don't know how to do You're doing transcript.
You got a very
transcript.
I agree with the jury, man. I'm
You
sorry.
agree with
Of
the
course you would.
transcript.
You enjoy murder of innocent people and minorities.
No.
You want to erase black people.
Yeah,
You're both minorities.
in constant defense.
No, you don't.
of murder.
Hey,
We're
Bima.
both minorities.
Hey, Bima.
What do you
You're
know?
a what?
Ask you a quick question, Bima, if you don't mind. Do you think that the kid could have like view of the father? Do you think that the kid can see the father when he was running away from Andy?
Do I think? Well, if you're running away, your eyes are in front of you. The only time you can
Okay.
see is when you're turning around and you're looking, right?
So my question is your point that maybe the kid was pulling the gun out because he's seen the father's gun?
What do you mean? Is my point that the kid pulled out the gun when the father pulled his?
Like, let's say
I
the kid
think
sees the
that's
father.
Yeah.
Like, you think there's a difference between the kid sees the father pull out a gun, so the kid pulls out his gun, or the kid just pulled out his gun without knowing that the father had a gun?
Well, I think honestly, either way, it doesn't matter for me.
The first one matters a lot. The second one doesn't.
When I was listening to the prosecution, that was just something that was added, and I thought that was very interesting because that would make it a lot more powerful, right? But I don't think either whether he pulled it first or second, it doesn't matter because he was the one that was being chased. So at what point does he have the right to defend himself?
Yeah, I think it's stronger if there was a case that was being made that the kid only pulled out the gun when he seen Rick pull out a gun. Because now he's meeting force, right? But if that's not being argued, then you could say the kid independently brandished the firearm without even knowing about Rick being armed, which doesn't really do him any good here.
Why wouldn't that do any? Why is it that he doesn't have?
Because we're right back to proportionality.
Hold on.
Correct.
For a second.
That's correct, Samoa.
Let me ask you a question, Simone. When you're being chased by multiple people, okay? He knew he was being chased by two people because they were both screaming so he could hear them, okay? So they were both yelling. So when you know that you're being chased, and when he was running, you saw him turn around and look, and he saw the two of them coming. So he knew that two people were chasing him. So at what point, when two people are chasing you, Samoa, and you have a gun on you, at what point can you claim self-defense to take out your gun? Because you don't know what these people are going to do when they're chasing you. You don't know. They might not do anything. They might just walk up to you and have a conversation. They might chase you for a football field and a half just to say, oh, I just want to talk to you, please. But at what point, after a football field and a half, 130 yards, okay, what point do you have the right to take out your weapon to say, back
When you have a fear of deadly force and not before. That's the answer.
Hold on.
When you have a fear of deadly force and not before.
I want Samoa to
Well, that's the answer.
I'm just going to say because you haven't addressed the proportionality situation that we're offering you here. And when Norm says, when you are able to observe deadly force or the potential and not a second beforehand is my answer as well.
That's correct.
So wait a second. So you don't have, so Samoa, you don't believe that if you're being chased by somebody, even if it was just one person, let's just say that's Steel Man, and let's say
You're
it
gonna
was.
ask the same thing over and over. You're gonna get the same answer, Bima.
Well, right, well, I just want him to answer, because I just want to make sure, that we're on the same page. So.
He doesn't answer to you.
If you're being chased by one person, not two people, and we're gonna say that they're the same size as you, they're not much bigger than you, okay, much powerful than you, okay, because we
That
saw.
makes it worse for him. Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna say that it's somebody that's your same height, same stature, same weight, and they're chasing you. At what point do you have the self-defense authority to take out your weapon?
We
your
just
gun?
answered the question, Bima.
Hold on, hold
Yeah.
on.
As soon as the threat like rises to like the proportional response, right? Like you got to meet the energy where it's at. Like it has.
I need an example.
For example, like I might draw down, right? But I will not be able to use the firearm at the moment because it
What does
doesn't
draw
rise
down
to
mean?
that
Does draw
threshold.
down mean take out and hold down?
Say that again.
What does draw down mean?
Yeah. So like they say
Means to pull out your gun.
Yeah. You just pull the firearm. Say freeze. I'm armed. I got a gun. Whatever, right? Because you understand the person is unarmed.
Okay. So, wait. So you think that? So you have the ability to draw down when you're being chased?
No, with the risk of deadly
Oh,
force.
no, please. I'm not talking to you. It's different.
Doesn't matter.
Well,
We're on the same page.
please, El Normo. I just want to hear from Samoa because you're answering. He's answering. Just please.
It's all the same answer. You're not going to get a different answer.
I'm asking. Would you just be respectful and just let me talk to Samoa?
Oh, because you're so respectful? Give me a break.
El Normo, you're always the one interrupting. You're the reason that every
I'm
fucking
sorry.
thing is destroyed because you do
Oh, I'm
this.
so sorry.
You
so
do
sorry.
this. And I'm asking you, and when we are polite and we say, hey,
Bima,
look, can you just give me an opportunity to
You
talk to me?
always argue for the criminal murderer
El
genocidal
Normo, are you
maniac.
going to, so
It
you're not
gets
gonna
old.
respect, you're not gonna respect, okay.
It
Well,
gets
well,
old.
Let's just finish this real quick. Bima,
Come
let's
in
just finish
the
this real quick. Right?
room where we won't allow El Normo.
So like, let's just finish this.
No, I can't, because I have a bunch of questions.
All right.
I have about 3 or 4 questions, and I'd like to have a good conversation with you.
Look. We can do it right here. The only thing I'm pointing out is clearly, right? I would be able to pull the firearm out and basically tell this person to back the hell off. It's a warning, right? But I'm not justified in firing the firearm, right? Because like the potential threat doesn't actually like meet that threshold for me to be able to fire the firearm. Okay. The problem here is the third vantage point, where the father perceives this brandishing of a firearm, and he doesn't know. He just knows that, bro, I don't know the motivation of this guy. I gotta neutralize this now before my son's dead. And that's why decoupling the two, the son and the father, was so important for the defense. And they ultimately won, right? So.
You couldn't bear to hear it, Samoa.
Say that again, Brian.
You couldn't bear to hear it. It made her brain explode. She left.
Yeah.
This is what happens. You speak the truth to people. The interview. Because they're so married to their delusional view of the world. They've got to make themselves a victim. You got all kinds of minority groups. Yeah, black folks are minorities. Asian folks are minorities. Jews are minorities. Narrative that like the kid is the victim here. They tried it, but it didn't fly. And, everybody's racist. The jury's racist, the judge is racist, the prosecutor's racist, the Asian folks are racist, the Jews are racist, and this kid is innocent. Not gonna fly.
Yeah, I'm looking at this Carmelo Anthony case, and I mean, obviously, right? It's like we know both sides of the argument. Most likely, like what the defense is going to argue. Like my job, especially like when I look into these types of things, is what's their best argument, and can you make it as convincing as possible?
Are you an attorney when you say it's your job, or you just mean as a citizen?
As a citizen, as a well-read person, to
Informed citizen, yeah. But, I mean, I think the country slid into delusion for a number of years under the previous administration leadership, and frankly, under the legacy media, under the our institutions of learning, And I think it's very hard to hear. Just as it was hard to hear under the Voting Rights Act that you cannot discriminate against people based on their race.
Yeah, you know that second district, Louisiana thing. You know, when especially on Clubhouse, right? A lot of people still walk away from that saying the voting rights, it's gone. They can be raised. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like read the opinion. It's pretty like a lot of this stuff makes sense. You can't just assume that this is a motivation. If that's the case, people would get whatever the hell they want.
Well, that's why when they said you can't include or exclude somebody based on their race, and she argued, well, they're lying. Well, you're going to make a legal argument based on lies? You're going to take the lies into the legal system and try to say, well, they did it, but they just lied about it. That's not a real argument. It just won't fly anymore, you know?
Nah, and it's not. It just depends on what the audience, like what type of audience you have. A lot of people like to kind of fall into that. But hey, man,
There's a clash of perspectives now in this country. And we're going to see which, I hope doesn't have to be the annihilation of one perspective for the victory of the other. I'm hoping that the two sides can actually speak to each other rather than having like a race for annihilation. But you see, she left, and I've had this with people a lot. They just leave. They can't bear it. I mean, I think she was hoping to somehow persuade you that you should change your mind.
no. The problem with that is that you have to deal with what's being presented, and when you just gloss over something that somebody has said, like you can kind of detect already that all right, you're not even listening. Like you have to address the proportionality like element of this, and you're not actually doing it like at all. And that's the problem.
She thinks the store owner is the aggressor.
Yeah, because they're hinging on the chase, like 100. That's why you asked the question, like, what does that have to do with it? The 130 yards.
So here's something I thought you guys would mention. There's I think every state has the shopkeeper's privilege, right? Normally, you can't detain someone on your own, right? But unless you really you actually saw felony or something being committed, but a shopkeeper could detain you for, let's say, misdemeanor, I believe even. But they have to detain you in a reasonable way for a reasonable amount of time. So I think the whole running after them breaks away from that shopkeeper's privilege doctrine. But
You mean it's consistent with it or it exceeds it?
They shouldn't have chased them, but that doesn't mean the kid should have fucking pulled out a gun if that's what happened, right? So it's just there's an active.
That seems to be the testimony. Well, by the way, those Asian guys, they don't fool around, right? They're in a tough neighborhood. They're trying to scratch out a living for themselves and their family. You know, they're not like the if you'll excuse the expression, like the pussified white folks. You know, it's like, well, if it's under $1,000, let them go, right? That's the law that they're passing in a lot of cities. Well, if they steal it, so you see people going into stores and stealing, $900 worth of stuff and walking out like it's theirs because the state has passed a law that says up to $1,000, it's just forget about it. And I had somebody who worked for me who did try to steal from Target, and they did detain him. They'll take you into the cellar. They'll get their security guards and take you into the cellar and detain you. So for the record, this guy who worked for me is a white guy. What are you gonna say?
Oh yeah, I'm like absolutely. They detain people all the time.
Yeah, they take you into the basement. They start searching through your stuff.
Best Buy will press charges even if you steal like a Powerade. They're really strict with that.
Well, that's where the Asian guys were coming from. Look, it's tragic that this boy lost his life. We honor beyond description. But somebody should be raising this kid and not letting him run around with a gun. And then for Beamer to say that he had that gun to defend himself is unbelievable. Like, where is that argument coming from?
He was 14, right?
14?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking up the statute now, right? So like,
The shopkeeper's privilege?
yeah, so it does have the shopkeeper thing where it says that they can detain for reasonable amount of time. Not that you actually seen something, but just if you have a reasonable suspicion of it, right?
Yes, probable cause.
Yeah, but it doesn't explicitly state that they can't extend it outside of their shop, right? So like, a person would argue that, hey, the law doesn't say you can't do it, right? So, but
did you
still,
check
like,
specific states?
Well, just South Carolina. I'm just looking at South
Yeah.
Carolina.
See, if you know, I think you're gonna have a little spectrum there with like California might be a little narrower, you know.
Yeah, I was just looking at South Carolina because that's where this case is at.
Yeah, for sure.
But then it, yeah, like look, the reason why I think because there was two of them, like pretty clean for the father to get off, right? I think that if it was just 1v1, I think it'd have been a different narrative. It's kind of spun, but hey,
That's
cool
an interesting. I just went and read one of the CNN articles about it, and I'm starting to understand that your position is, Samoa, that the father acted to defend the life of the son. That's your position, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just starting to understand that.
Yeah, because like, if it was a 1v1 type of a thing, right, then one would say, hey, you're the one who initiated this whole stupid thing. You're the one who caused all this. But then the father can, like, play ignorance here, right? The father's like, I wasn't actually looking for the kid. I was worried about my son. And then when I seen the kid go for the gun, I know my son isn't armed. I had to help my son. Something like that, right?
Yeah. So that must have been some crazy case. I wonder if there's going to be protests or something or what. I wonder where this is going. Like, we're going into a fraud summer, and Trump does not exactly calm tensions. I think Trump makes a lot of people very nervous.
Right. They're just waiting for one of these ones to get juiced, man. They're just waiting for it. Once it gets juice, then we'll have another 6-year anniversary of the Summer of Love.
And it's going to happen by accident. Like, this Derek Chauvin character, he was a depraved piece of garbage, but I don't think he killed the guy on purpose. I think he just killed him out of, like, depraved indifference or negligence or whatever. He wasn't trying to kill the guy. But so whatever happens, it's going to be, like, unintentional.
Yeah, plus, the case is this Chud guy, right? As far as his attempted murder charge. Then you got the Carmelo Anthony case. Then this Chow case.
Chud seems like dead wrong, although I haven't studied the case.
I don't know. I actually got a bit on here for $10 that what he's being charged with now will not like basically be the outcome of a guilty verdict. I've been kind of looking it up a little bit. From what I understand, he went to the courthouse. A couple of guys, are familiar with him or whatever. They had some words. Person says step away. He walks away about 70 to 80 feet away from them. The person closes the distance on him. Scuffle begins. He gets 2 shots off. One hits his own arm. One goes into the guy's belly.
The guy survived, right?
Yeah, the guy survives. Yeah. But the fact that, and Louis kind of spoke to this, and a couple other people spoke to this, right? The fact that he walked away, a lot of people are using a lot of his other videos, like where he's using the N-word, chipping out, this and that. They're using that to gas up, like the pressure of him being guilty in this one instance. But I think that if it was like the other videos or him being provocative or whatever, that we would have then seen, something leak. So. closing the guy closing the distance on him about 80 feet, kind of where it kind of bothers me, and for like a clean case.
For the case of Chud, I mean,
Yeah.
he just seems like a complete garbage person, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, he is a garbage person, and like I watched a couple of his videos. His view is regardless on how the race relations are, we should be able to coexist. And little itty bitty words like this shouldn't bother people, and that he believes certain minority groups are utilizing these types of terms to get an advantage within society. So he says things like, if I say chimp out, just call me a cracker with cheese, and we can just laugh about it and keep on our day. Right? So he's not like a separatist. He's not like all black people should be burnt. He's more like stop being a snowflake.
Stop freaking out about the N-word. Yeah, but that word has a real third rail kind of electricity attached to it. You can't just throw that word around. I mean, that's a fighting word. Huh?
Yeah, it's a live wire. Just another way of making massive amounts of money. So
You wish you could say it normal.
Say again?
You want to say it?
Me, no. Not my word.
Well,
I mean, you guys are willing to say any damn thing that comes into your mind, any racist garbage, any bullshit, but we're not like that. We don't use that word. We're not racist.
I think you are.
I know you've been.
But y'all don't call it racist.
You're saying that.
Y'all call it eugenics.
You're saying that because that's your own.
You're eugenics.
What's a
You're
eugenics?
eugenics.
What's that? Meaning what? What does that mean to you? You mean I think that we should create a superior master race?
You're eugenics.
You don't even know what the word means. Now
Okay, I know.
yourself. Yeah.
Of
So why
course.
don't you say what?
I can't read. I can't read.
Try saying what you mean.
I can't read. I just know
you don't
you guys are eugenics.
But
That means your name is Eugene.
I see.
Eugene, yeah.
Did they drop you on your head when you were little?
Well, I don't know. Obviously, they dropped you. That's why you got a bald spot in the back.
I don't have a bald spot.
You do got it.
No, I don't.
I believe it.
You don't know.
We're going by stereotypes. I thought we was doing stereotypes.
You did?
We're not doing stereotypes.
Who said that?
Oh, man.
So what's the
Who
eugenics?
said what?
What's the eugenics?
What's the what?
You don't know.
How can it be the what?
Why use
How
words
can it be
without
the
knowing
what?
why would you use words
I
without
don't
knowing what they mean? Then you embarrass yourself.
What do you mean?
Now you're left
What do
talking.
you mean by that?
You're left sounding like a fool.
What do you mean like I don't mean what I say what I mean?
What? What's that? What are you trying to say?
I don't know.
I don't know. I believe that.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
I believe
According to
that.
you.
I never said that, but I believe you if you say it.
Of course. What makes you think that?
What makes me think it? Your demonstrated lack of understanding of the words that you use as a eugenicist.
Right.
So you just make empty accusations because you're bored or you're flailing about for some sort of moral purchase, which, by the way, is slipping through your fingers like sand.
No, I didn't smell.
Yeah? Slipping through your fingers like sand. And you're freaking out, and I don't blame you. Because you're getting the rug pulled out from underneath you, right? Am I right?
No, it isn't. You're not
No, it's
right.
not. It's not. So what's your interpretation of the Voting Rights Act? Or you agree with Bima that everybody in the world is racist except for you?
Yeah, I believe everybody in the world is racist.
Except for you. Because you can't be racist, right? Because you have moral superiority. You were born without original sin. You're God's chosen people, right?
Yep. I'm a Hebrew Israelite.
You're God's chosen people. You were born without sin.
I'm a Hebrew Israelite.
I didn't know that, but if you tell me that,
yeah, I mean, hey, look, according to you, I'm
According to me,
going all the stereotypes.
no, I never said
So
that. You said
I'm a
that.
Hebrew Israelite. According
No,
to you.
I never said that. You said that.
Just to you. No, to you.
No, I never
You
said
going
that.
there. You were headed there.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were
No,
headed there. I believe that you were headed.
You don't
What
think
is everything?
What's the evidence? Tell me. What's eugenesis mean?
The evidence. Desirable outcomes when it comes to children.
Yeah, what's the eugenesis?
What's it?
You don't know, right?
White.
Right. Gibberish.
That's what you do.
Your position is gibberish.
Children used to be black?
What's that?
Oh, damn.
Say it again?
Oh, man.
Huh?
Hebraic features.
What's that?
What are they? What are Hebraic features?
There are no Hebraic.
Oh, no, damn.
Must feel weird to be so exposed. How's it feel?
It feels great.
Okay, good. Then maybe you will grow.
Because Jacobus taught me about, like, nakedness.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Sunlight
And guess what?
Infected.
I'm naked right now.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, I'm a shameless person. I'm like Adam in the garden before Eve.
Before Eve or before they ate of the tree of knowledge?
Before Lilith.
Wow, so you don't really know that either.
Before you understood what God was.
You love to not know, don't you, Night King?
Yeah, I do. I just don't know anything at all.
No.
You know what? Guess what? Because before the apple was bitten, who know anything?
God.
Uh-oh.
God.
Oh.
Next question.
No, that's a person. You're personalizing God?
Not at all.
You're aspiring to person to God?
Beg your pardon?
You're giving personhood to God?
Not at all.
Yes you did. So that's what you sound like.
No, I did not.
No. Don't take it back now. You can't take it back now. I speak perfect English. I can articulate myself. I'm from the north. I don't speak with a lisp. I don't speak with a lisp. You speak with a lisp. You speak with a lisp. Swallow your spit.
Right.
Swallow your spit. Swallow your spit. Swallow your spit. Swallow your spit first, sir. Swallow your spit first, sir.
Right.
Swallow your spit.
You said who knows.
Can you swallow your spit first, sir?
I beg your pardon? Why
Swallow
you
your
all
spit.
in my mouth? You're going
No, because I hear you.
You go
You all up in my mouth, so I'll be all up in yours.
Is this your
Yeah.
loss of the argument?
It's wet.
Having lost the argument, you just
Just
don't
swallow
want to talk about
Let's swallow the spit.
I think
Let's swallow
the spit is between your ears.
No, I think the spit is between yours.
Your head, man.
You think I'm speaking another language.
You guys
I'm speaking, I'm from a different planet.
Your ears.
Did you say I was from Mars?
Yes. No, you said that.
No, you said that.
No,
you said that. You said that. You said that.
No, you're from Mars.
What?
You said
What?
you're a eugenic.
What?
From Mars. And what does that mean?
Yeah, no.
And I said,
You're
what
a
does
eugenicist.
eugenicist mean?
You're
No, you're the eugenicist.
No, you're the
You come from a
eugenicist.
superior race.
No,
Yeah.
I believe in race mixes. You don't.
You believe you come from a superior race?
You don't.
Oh, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You come from a
You
superior
don't.
race.
Where's the mix in your family?
You come
Show
from
me
a
that you're not.
race.
Show me that you're not.
You come from a superior
Prove that you're not.
You can't prove it.
Prove that you're not.
Uh-oh.
Prove that you're not.
What year did you drop out of high school? Or was it grade school?
Never.
What year? I beg your pardon?
I graduated with honors.
From where?
And went on to college.
Honors in what?
Honors and kicking your ass. Anyway, look, all I'm saying is, oh my God. You know who Melville Herskovich is?
Do you wish
Do you know who Melville Herskovich is?
Do you wish that you
Just
did your
simple
homework
question.
now?
Do you know who Melville
You
Herskovich
wish you
is?
did your homework now?
Oh, do you know who Melville
And
Herskovich
so what were you doing
is?
instead of doing your
You
homework?
don't know who Melville Herskovich is?
What did you do instead of doing your homework?
Okay, I guess you don't know who Melville Herskovich
And I
is.
guess you don't know what eugenicist is. Potatoes.
Yes, I do. I already told you.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Breeding for desirable outcomes.
Say again?
Look it up.
Reading for desirable
Oh, damn, you think I said reading. Oh, no. He can't hear.
Really?
He can't hear the difference between reading and breeding.
But I said
Look at him.
reading.
Fucking can't hear.
One of us could.
Hey, Norm.
Yeah.
Hey, Norm. I know you're about like 70 years old.
No,
Turn
not
your
really.
hearing aid up.
Right, but you're the one who didn't.
Turn your hearing aid up, sir.
You're the one with the.
I know your hearing aid must be low. The battery must be lithium, and it probably hasn't been charged in a while. Charge your hearing aid, Norm.
So you're gonna empty the spit out of your ears now?
Oh,
Why do you have spit between your ears? What happened to you? Is it like some kind of a condition you have?
Why are you sexualizing my ear?
No. Your ear, no.
Yeah, I think you are.
Between your ears means.
Well, no. I think you sexualizing my ear, Norm.
Oh, okay.
You want to spit all in my ear and shit like that? What, you want to put a tongue in it next?
You brought your.
I knew you were an Epstein kind of guy, but I didn't know you swung that way, Norm.
You bring
You
up the spit.
dirty little rascal, you, Norm.
You brought the spit up.
You
Now you're gonna have to spit in it.
want to lick me in my ear?
You
want
brought up
to do that thing to my ear?
Seems to be your fantasy.
Picture of my ear?
Seems to be your fantasy. That's about as much as you've ever contributed to any conversation, what you just did.
No.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
You
not true.
literally have nothing.
I have everything.
No, you got nothing.
Okay,
Empty-handed. Huh?
Empty-handed?
Empty-handed.
I don't have any arms.
For the record, a Jew who marries a black Jew is not a eugenicist.
There are no such thing as black Jews.
Yeah, well, of
They're
course.
all cops.
No, that's incorrect. You don't
No,
understand
that's
what our
all the way
rules are.
correct.
No, you're wrong.
According to your Jewish society right now that you exist in, yes.
Exactly wrong.
How come you don't tell Z that then?
Who is
Z, the Arab Jew,
I don't know. Z.
who wanders around with the Spider-Woman photo.
Don't know. Can't help you.
You don't know her?
But I do know black.
Yes, you do know her. You know all of them.
No.
You got them on speed dial.
You
got them
be
on
right.
speed dial.
You're wrong on everything you say.
Bro, no, I'm
The
not.
only thing we gotta do is listen to you and do the opposite.
No.
Yeah. That's all we gotta do.
Of course.
So now I've taught you about the Jews in eugenics. Yes, we marry black Jews.
No, you don't.
Sure we do. There's tons
Show
of
me
them in my
one.
synagogue.
Show me one.
Let's look up black
Show me
Jews
one.
with yourself.
No. Show me one. Finger in here right now.
Why would I want to do that?
Finger in here right now.
Why would I do that?
Show me. Reveal her.
I've seen her on the app.
Abracadabra. Alakazoo.
And they have a beautiful child.
They do?
Yeah.
No, that's AI.
White man, black woman.
Yep. What?
Yep.
That combination never exists?
It exists, and she's a Jew.
I don't believe you.
That's good, because you're an idiot.
You're illiterate.
You think so?
You don't understand the law? Yeah.
What part of the law do I not understand? Tell me.
Your legalese is off balance.
Okay, tell me what's the evidence?
I told you about
the
difference between robbery and retail theft.
That's
So,
nothing to do
no, there's no difference.
No, I didn't say that. I said this case
Yes,
has nothing
you
to
did.
do
All
with
right, I'll go to
the case has nothing to do with that. And that's correct. You brought that up because you didn't understand the case. That's what I told you. And I'm right.
It wasn't about the case, it was about the law. Keep up.
Yeah,
Listen better. Oh, turn your hearing aid up, Norm.
Applying
Turn your hearing aid up, Norm.
Right. You brought up
Just turn your hearing aid up when you're talking about.
Right. You brought up irrelevant
Yeah.
law.
Just turn your hearing aid up.
I don't have hearing aids.
Yeah, you do.
No.
You got a disability.
I don't have one.
Yes,
I
you
can't help
do.
you with that. So you brought up
You
retail and
ain't got Asperger's?
right. So
You ain't got Asperger's?
What you
You
contributed
ain't got Asperger's?
had nothing to do
You
with
ain't got the Jewish signature disease. You ain't got Asperger's.
I don't have racism.
Oh, okay, all right.
But you do. And this is what destroys your moral position, your own racism, your own hatred. It's filthy.
You ain't got Asperger's?
Phone Genie.
is Asperger's?
I don't know.
Really?
This is when you're talking out of your ass, like you're doing
I
that.
don't know what Asperger's is.
Here, we are leaving.
It's a word. Hey.
Wow, 72% think Carmelo Anthony's guilty. They must all be racists.
Ooh.
Everybody's racist.
Hi, handy dandy.
I just feel like logically, as adults, we should be smart enough to understand that somebody's not going to chase a kid and then just randomly shoot him in the back for no reason. Obviously,
You don't know
a gun.
Okay, here it is. Let me see.